Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be looking at some news that potentially signifies, and alongside some leaks as well from Reddit, which have been proven to be a little bit more reliable than usual recently in this era. All of this seems to signify that Doctor Who has ended, or at least is taking a very long hiatus. Which is not going to be good for Doctor Who fans, to be honest, and it is a shame that this is actually happening. So with all that being said, let's get into the video and let's talk about what this means for Doctor Who as a whole, because I think it will exist in some shape or form even during the hiatus, whether that's Big Finish, comics, or maybe some animated stuff as well. But yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so from Game Rant, I just don't know. Ncuti Gatwa's latest Doctor Who comments are alarming, and I believe it signals the end. So to summarise his article, Ncuti Gatwa confirmed he is not returning as Doctor Who, leaving fans concerned about the show's future. Billie Piper's status is uncertain, contributing to fears that Doctor Who may be ending, and lack of updates and communication suggest the possibility of Doctor Who being axed for the immediate future. So, from the latest season of Doctor Who, which has ended, there's been serious doubts over the iconic science fiction show returning, and Ncuti has officially regenerated. He regenerated into Billie Piper, which is interesting. So he recently said that he is definitely regenerated. We did cover this comment yesterday, where he said that he doesn't know who the next Doctor is, and obviously that does signify that he doesn't even know if it's officially Billie Piper or not. He's being left in the dark, and there's a lack of official comments or updates regarding the show, and there is no indication that there's going to be a Christmas special this year or even next year, or even for a series as well. We've had nothing, which is what this article highlights as well. So a lot of it is kind of treading over ground that we talked about on my previous video, but there's been some other comments that have released as well. So, if we look at an interview that was released on the BBC, where Laura Koonsberg was speaking to Ncuti Gatwa, and she asked him why Ncuti had left the role, and Ncuti literally just said, that he's feeling old, that he can't keep up, and that, the role's too physically demanding and too, draining as well, which has been the reason why Peter Capaldi and Matt Smith left as well, and it just makes you think, okay, this is a little bit of something that contradicts previous statements, because Ncuti said that he wanted to keep on going, that he wanted to face the Daleks before leaving, and he had grand plans for wanting to continue in the role, to at least tick off fighting the Daleks and that sort of thing. And yeah, it just makes me feel like, has something happened behind the scenes that pushed him to leave, which, could have easily happened. Now, I'm not trying to, point the finger at anyone. I mean, it is a little bit coincidental that this has happened under Russell's era again, but, it could have literally just be because of that, or it could be because of a multitude of factors that all combine together, whether that be because of waiting for the Disney renewal, which probably isn't going to happen at this point, or waiting on the show to actually figure out what it's doing, that sort of thing. All of that is just completely throwing the show's future into jeopardy right now. And there is also something else as well that we need to cover on the channel when it comes to leaks, which I did promise. Alright, so, end of the road for Bad Wolf produced Doctor Who. So Bad Wolf have officially given the BBC 8 weeks to make a decision on Doctor Who. The reason? The interior of the TARDIS. So the TARDIS has remained standing in Bad Wolf Studios since filming for the 60th anniversary, which began in 2022 for filming. And it's too complex to dismantle and rebuild. However, it is now taking up studio space that could be used for other productions, and Bad Wolf see this as a loss for the company. They are now pushing the BBC to make a decision on whether they will continue producing the longest running science fiction show in history, or whether it will be rewarded to a new studio as part of its ongoing discussions with streaming production companies. However, this means we should have further and more definite insight into the future of the show within the next 2 months, which is hopefully the case. So I mean, again, Reddit, always take it with a pinch of salt, but this isn't the first time I've heard something about the TARDIS set potentially being dismantled. But yeah, the BBC really need to announce the plans for Doctor Who moving forward, because it is at such like a dark place right now in terms of the future of the show. We don't actually know what's happening. They haven't outright said that it's cancelled, but a lot of the future is locked behind this Disney contract. Like, the BBC can't actually outright say that Doctor Who is cancelled or Doctor Who is coming back under a new partnership until this Disney deal is finished with The War Between Land and Sea, which is apparently releasing at some point this year. I imagine we are going to get a release date this month with San Diego Comic-Con, so I look forward to covering that on the channel. But yeah, apparently that is going to be the case with the Disney deal. Obviously, part of the contract, once the whole of The War Between Land and Sea is being released and all the press stuff has been sorted, then the BBC could potentially announce something, whether that be late this year or early next year in terms of Doctor Who. But we'll just have to wait and see, because, yeah, it's not looking good right now. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.